it's Han and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'll be doing a review of the Teviant Amore Eyeshadow Palette. But again, before I proceed to the product review, I'm going to give you a very short background about the brand Teviant Cosmetics. So the Teviant Cosmetics brand was founded by Albert Kurniawan. If you have no idea who Albert Kurniawan is, I'm also going to give you a very short background about him, and it is very interesting. So Albert Kurniawan is an Indonesian celebrity makeup artist who did collaborations with celebrities such as Heart Evangelista, Raisa Kontawi, Kim Chiu, and of course, Miss Universe 2015 Pia Wurtzbach. If you want to check out Albert Kurniawan's work, you can check out his Instagram and YouTube with over 150,000 subscribers. By the way, this is not a sponsored video. I just really admire Albert Kurniawan's work and makeup taste, and his makeup line is just beautiful. Also, I discovered Albert Kurniawan when I went to the Cosmopolitan BeautyCon last year. And again, if you're not new to my channel, you've probably heard me saying Cosmopolitan BeautyCon multiple times because it was really one of the highlights of my 2019. And he showed some very good eyebrow tutorial and tips. And also, I slipped a very short clip of Albert Kurniawan's eyebrow tutorial and tips from the Cosmopolitan BeautyCon in my Sun Mini Nail Lamp video. So if you want to check that out, just click on that video in my YouTube channel, or again, if you're feeling lazy, just keep watching this video and you can click on that video right here or right here. Teviant makeup is also formulated in Italy with a very gorgeous rose gold packaging. And it's very shiny and reflective. You can see my ring light from the cover of the eyeshadow palette. You can also shop for Teviant products at Shopee, Lazada, and of course their official website, teviant.com. They actually have other eyeshadow palettes, but this is actually my first Teviant product. And again, since this is not a sponsored video, I bought the palette with the safest colors, or I just bought a natural looking palette. Because from my experience with some eyeshadow palettes with darker or more colorful shades tend to become more patchy or just not as pigmented as natural shades. Also, each Teviant eyeshadow palette costs 2,450 pesos. But luckily for me, I bought this at a discount for less than 2,000 pesos. Also, I forgot to tell you that I have the Teviant brow tint in the shade She. So, if you want me to do a separate review on that, please give this video a thumbs up and comment down below so I'll know if I'll need to work on that video. Also, just to let you know, I bought this eyeshadow palette months ago, so this is technically not a first impressions and unboxing video, but I will give you an honest review or opinion about this eyeshadow palette. And with that, let's get on with the review. So this is what the exterior of the palette looks like. Again, it's a rose gold packaging. It's again very shiny. You can see my camera from the cover of the eyeshadow palette. And I'm not sure if you can see it. There is some rose patterns on the palette, and here in the middle you can see the logo Teviant. I'm not sure if you can read it from here on the camera. And at the back, you can see the name of the eyeshadow palette, Amore eyeshadow palette. Again, Teviant. It was manufactured from Milan, Italy. And of course, their website, teviant.com. And it will expire in 12 months. So here's what it looks like inside. The shades are beautiful. Again, I chose a natural shaded palette because I wanted to pick safe colors. And again, this is my first Teviant product, and honestly, 2,450 pesos for an eyeshadow palette is a little pricey compared to most products sold here in the Philippines. So when I first bought this palette, first impressions were, of course, the packaging is beautiful. When I opened the eyeshadow palette, I love the shades, but I actually smelled the palette and it actually has a strong chemical scent to it. Like some of the eyeshadow palettes I own doesn't have a strong chemical scent, or some eyeshadow palettes are just odorless. But for me, this has a strong chemical scent that sometimes bothers me when I apply some of this eyeshadow on my eyelids. And of course, for 2,450 pesos, you get 12 shades. And what I love about this, even though it has a lot of shades, it's still kind of small, so it's still easy to bring on trips, or what you can say, travel friendly. So first, I'm going to apply some swatches on my arm. Then after that, I'm going to do an eye makeup look using this Teviant Amore palette. So this is what the first row of the eyeshadow looks like. Right here, this one is Stellato, Rosa, Grazi, and Gelato. And here are the swatches for the second row of the Amore eyeshadow palette. The second row of shades are actually very pigmented, and though there are darker shades, I love how they're not patchy at all. And here are the swatches for the third row of the Amore eyeshadow palette, and of course, they're not that pigmented since of course these are lighter shades, and the second row are darker shades. Alright, so thoughts while swatching the shades of the Teviant Amore eyeshadow palette is that first, of course, I love the shades, and I love the consistency. Like, while I was applying them with my finger, I noticed that they're not patchy at all. Like, of course, there are some eyeshadow palettes, even though that they're neutral shades, they can still become patchy. And while I was applying them, it applied very smoothly. But again, what I don't like about this eyeshadow palette is that, again, it has a strong chemical scent. So while I was applying it, it's like I'm inhaling a lot of chemicals. And it's just not pleasing to me. Alright, now that I'm done doing the swatches on my arms, I am now going to do an eyeshadow makeup look using this Teviant Amore eyeshadow palette. Alright, so first I'm going to use the shade Grazi as a base shade for my eye. Next, I'm going to use the shade Dolce to have a tan or neutral look to my eye. Also, just letting you know, I'm not that technical with applying my eyeshadow. I'm just experimenting on what I think will look good on my eyes. So next, I'm going to use the shade Milano on my eye too, because I like that color. So far, it looks pretty good. You can see I'm not really sure what to describe this shade. I'm just going to say natural color. It's not really red. It's not. I think it's more of a brown shade to it. Maybe. Alright, so next I'm going to apply this shade Soul. I think it's pronounced Soul. On here on the outer corner of my eye, just to contour it a bit, or to make my eyes look bigger. So I'm just going to take some Soul and apply a small amount to the outer corner of my eye. As you can see, it looks a little dark, so we're going to blend it out with this blending brush. Now it looks a lot better. And next, I'm going to take a flat eyeshadow brush, because in some makeup looks, I like to put a very thin, dark line on my lower lash line to give a little smoky effect, or makes my eyes look dramatic. So, I think I'm going to try again Soul for this. So, I'm just going to apply a very small or thin amount on the outer part of my lower lash line. So, I'm just going to smoke it out here to give my eyes a bigger look, or to make my eyes bigger. I'm also going to apply a little on the upper lash line right here, just on the outer part of my eye. So as you can see the big difference, my eye looks a lot more dramatic, or more bigger compared to this eye, which has of course no eyeshadow yet. So next, I'm going to apply a little shimmer to my eye. I'm going to try the shade Gelato on my eye. So for this shimmer shade, I'm going to use my finger to apply it, because sometimes it just applies better than some brushes. But if you don't want to use your fingers, you can pick up a brush and spray some setting spray on it so that it can pick up more product. Because sometimes when you try to apply some product on your dry eyeshadow brush, it doesn't pick up a lot. But if you spray some setting spray on it, you'll pick up more product. But again, since I don't have any setting spray, I'm going to use my fingers. So here it is. I think there's a difference on the camera. Right here on my mirror, I can see a big difference. It makes my eyes pop more. So here it is. I did a very simple eyeshadow look and I think my eye looks beautiful. So off camera, I'm going to do the other eye and also my eyeliner and some mascara. So I'll be back. Alright, so I just finished the eyeshadow on my other eye and I also forgot to tell you that I'm going to do my lipstick off camera using the Happy Skin Lip Mallow in the shade Honeymoon Glow, which was also a gift from my friend Francis. So Francis, if you're watching this, I hope you're doing well. And again, thank you for this beautiful lipstick. So again, I'll be applying my eyeliner, mascara, and lipstick off camera. So I'll be back. Alright, so here's the final look. I just applied my eyeliner, mascara, and lipstick, and I'm impressed with my makeup look. Alright, so here are my final thoughts on the Teviant Amore eyeshadow palette. Alright, so like I've said multiple times, I love the colors, the shades, and when I applied these on my arm, it's not that patchy. There's no fallout. But when I was applying the eyeshadow on my eyelids using, of course, an eyeshadow brush, there's only a little fallout, which is pretty good. The reason why I'm saying that it's kind of good is because I'm comparing this to my experience using the Caroline Play to Stay palette. The reason why I'm comparing the Teviant Amore palette to the Caroline Play to Slay palette is because they have some similar shades to each other. Usually, when I go out, I usually have trouble deciding whether to use the Teviant Amore eyeshadow palette or the Caroline Play to Slay palette. So, again, they have quite similar shades to each other. Like, my eyeshadow look right now looks similar to the eyeshadow look that I did from my first video, which is a simple quarantine makeup look. So, if you want to check that out, check out my YouTube channel. Alright, so again, final thoughts is that I like the eyeshadow formula because while I was applying these on my eyelids using a brush, it applied very nicely. And again, there's a little to no fallout of this formula. And the shades are very good and pigmented. Really, the only thing I don't like about this palette is that it has a strong chemical scent that I'm just not enjoying while applying my makeup, but final result is very good. Alright, so if you really want high quality eyeshadows, I would recommend this if you're into that. But if you think that 2,450 pesos is a little too pricey for an eyeshadow palette, you can stick with the Caroline Play to Slay palette. But again, the Caroline Play to Slay palette has a lot of fallout when I apply it. So, it really depends on one's preference. But if I were to go on for example, a formal event, I will use this. Actually, you can actually do some gorgeous bridal eye makeup with this. So, if you want me to do a makeup tutorial on bridal makeup, I can do that. Just let me know down in the comments below if you want that, and please give this video a thumbs up. But if I were to do a casual look, or if I'm just going to the mall, I will use the Caroline Play to Slay palette. But again, it really depends on my mood because sometimes I'm just going to my grandmother's house and I will use this palette. So really, whatever I do with my makeup really depends on my mood. I'm not really sure to say if this palette is worth it because it really depends on one's preference. Also, again, if you want me to do a separate video doing a comparison review between the Teviant Amore eyeshadow palette and this Caroline Play to Slay palette, just let me know down in the comments below. And please give this video a thumbs up. I'd be happy to do that video because, again, if you look closely, some shades may look quite similar. And also, my eye makeup from here to my first video look very similar to each other. So if you want me to do a comparison review on these two palettes, I'd be happy to do that. So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and stay tuned to my channel because I will be posting every Wednesdays and Saturdays at 3 o'clock p.m. And again, if you have any other video suggestions, don't be shy to comment down below. I'll be open to try them out. Just don't make me do dance videos. I don't like dancing. And to see updates, follow me on my Instagram. And if you want to see more of my videos, one of these videos has a short clip of Albert Kurniawan doing some eyebrow tutorials. Click right here. So that's it for today's video and I'll see you next time. Bye!